when I was covered in blood all over my face. I think they were calling the mortuary to say, now we declare her dead.
What was your reaction like?
It affected my marriage a lot, to a point that we had to separate with my husband.
So you died?
I woke up in the ward with cement starting from my thighs, both legs.
Both legs?
Yes.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of I Have Been Through the Most podcast right here on Centtwinz TV with myself, Innocent, and of course my twin sister, Millicent.
Oh yes, if you're watching us on YouTube, shout out to you guys. On road to 200,000 subscribers. We're definitely going to get there. You guys just need to share, show us some love, like, and comment. You can also listen on Spotify as well as Apple Podcasts. And if you're listening on those streams, welcome. Thank you for staying.
Yes, today we have another interesting and a wonderful story. We have Nomzamo Hlatywayo, who is here to share her story. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
All the way from Mpumalanga, you're like, I'm
going.
there.
I'm there. Thank you. Thank you so much for the opportunity, and thank you for having me in the show.
Awesome.
My name is Nomzamo Hlatywayo from Sekunda, Mpumalanga. I'm a mother of two, and I'm a housewife.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm taking a break.
Yeah,
Good,
yeah.
good.
I'm taking a break, yes.
So Nomzamo, can you tell us what you have been through? I know that you have faced some things in your life, and I'm so glad that you're here today to be able to share your story. Please go for it.
Yes. Okay, in 2021, December 28, I was involved in a car accident in Cape Town in Worcester. I was working that side, and it was after my wedding, 2 weeks after my wedding celebration. Then I went back to Cape Town because of work. So we went, me and my friend, to check on the car in Lensburg. Then on our way back, we were involved in a car accident. It was a head-on.
Okay.
Yo.
So who was driving?
It was my friend.
Okay, so and it was just the two of you guys in the car.
Yes,
Okay.
it was just the two of us. I was just the passenger. I saw when it happens, but suddenly everything blanked out. I only woke up in the accident scene when I was covered in blood all over my face because of the nose fracture. You can see the nose fracture. And then I could hear my friend crying at the back. He was screaming and crying. So I wanted to turn and look at my friend, what's happening. And the paramedics told me, you can't move.
When you say you saw the accident coming, so you could see the other car
The other
approaching
car.
you.
Yes.
Yo.
I could see.
Was it a mistake? Did the other car lose control? How did the accident happen?
The other car lost control and it was speeding. It started hitting the first car in front of us, and then it came to us as well. So it was that kind of accident.
Sure, I can't imagine how scary that must be.
I
Just seeing
only
a car.
shouted.
You just
I only shouted, God, we're dying.
oh, really?
Yeah, and after I didn't know what happened.
You said you couldn't turn your body to look at your friend at the back, but your friend was driving. So, how did your friend end up at the back?
The car, ngathi ngesiZulu yasichitha. Yasichithela ngaphandle.
Also, it overturned
Yes,
and
it overturned because when I woke up and looked at the car, it was standing like this on the hill. Because Cape Town, they've got hill, the roads.
yes. So it spit out your friend basically. And
Both of us. Because I was like.
so when you woke up, you were outside the car.
Yes, I was outside the car.
Both of you.
Both of us.
Sure.
Both of us.
Did you have your seatbelts on?
Yes, we did. Because even my friend, isilpethe yakhe yamlimaza la, yamdabula this part.
Yeah, that must have been a very hectic impact.
So, the moment you woke up and you realized that you had been involved in a car accident? What was your reaction like? What was the scene like?
When I woke up, there was a lady on the phone. She was busy on the phone. And the moment I woke up, like I came back, you understand? And then the lady said, no, she woke up. I think she was busy calling not the ambulance, because the ambulance was already there. I think they were calling the mortuary to say, they has to say, now we declare her dead. You know, because when I woke up, they even checked the pulse again, because they were busy checking. They couldn't find any. I think that's why the lady was on the phone. So when I woke up, she told whoever was talking to on the phone, "Uvukile lo muntu."
So you died?
I think so, because it went blank, everything. For the moment, bafonela ambulance to get there, and it took me a lot to wake up, hours to wake up. I don't know how long.
Okay, so the paramedics said to you they looked for your pulse before and there was no pulse, and you were basically not breathing. So that's why they didn't call the ambulance, because they thought she's gone.
Yes.
And then you wake up. So you actually did die, although you don't remember that you died. You didn't see no light.
So you don't have a heavenly
nothing.
experience.
No angels.
No. I wish I had.
No piano, trumpet, something like. Girl.
It wasn't her time.
Yeah.
It wasn't her
Yeah.
time.
Thank God it was not my time
Yeah.
then. So, yeah.
So how's your friend who was driving the car?
He's now okay. He broke one leg and is begalimele lana, but he's healing. He's fine now.
Okay.
So the injuries that you sustained were, I know you broke both your legs
Yes.
in the accident. And what else? What other injuries?
The nose fracture in my face, and also the scar here.
So did you have to go for like reconstructive surgery for your nose?
They stitched it immediately when I got to the hospital. They started with it because it's very fragile. So they started with the nose before
I think they
go
did a
to
good
the...
job, because you look
you.
amazing.
Thank you.
And then the other accident, because you said the car that obviously collided with you then had another accident prior to yours. What happened to those people? Do you know?
We were all taken to hospital, but what I know, the other one that came and hit us, the driver passed away on the spot.
Head-on collisions are terrible. Okay, so you get to hospital. I'm sure by this time you're trying to get hold of your husband, or somebody is trying to get hold of your husband on your behalf. You are in a different province. When does he get hold of you, and when does he find out about the situation?
Okay, when we were there in the accident scene, they asked me my name, my surname, and then they asked for one phone number that I know. I only remembered my stepmother's phone number at that moment, and then I gave them. So they called my mother, and then my mother called my husband because he was at work. He was also working at that site in Stellenbosch, and they called him, and then they called my mother-in-law as well. So, but he came a bit late. I was already in the ward when he came, because when they were busy stitching me on the nose, I was very hungry. It was in the morning. The accident happened in the morning, so I was very hungry.
You're like, food.
Yeah, I was like, can I have food? Please, can I have food? And then they said, no, when we're done, you will have your food. And then, boom, I woke up in the ward with cement starting from my thighs, both legs.
Both legs?
Yes.
So
Both
going
legs.
down all the way?
All the way. All the way.
So you must have been in theatre for quite a while.
Yes, I went for 3 surgeries. So when they were performing the surgeries, they had to kill me. So I died 3 times and woke up and died.
Wait, what?
3 times. Because they ask you if do you want us to perform the operation just to kill the lower body?
Oh, yes. Or should they put you
just-
out
yes,
completely?
yes,
Yeah.
should we put you out completely? I said completely.
Yes.
3 times when I was doing those operation, because it was 2 on the left hand side, the left leg. It was 2 operations and 1 on the right hand side.
Imagine 2 weeks after your wedding celebration.
Yo,
And
still
then
with
this
my
happens.
nails.
You still look cute, girl. Sure.
Still with that glamour, the beauty of getting married, you know.
Everything changed for you.
Everything just changed for me.
How long were you in hospital for?
I was there for a month.
Okay.
A month, and in hospital I couldn't sleep with my side. I couldn't turn. I was supposed to sleep with my back, and it was
But
at night I
why?
would sweat.
Oh, for your legs.
For the legs,
Okay.
yes, for the legs. When you are sweating, you just have to sit up and then sleep again. That's all I was doing. But in that moment, what I like and appreciate and honor is what my husband did. When he came to see me for the second time, he was supposed to bring me toiletries and stuff, but he did not. He only put the dress and my Bible, which it helped me a lot, because I would refer to the verse in Isaiah 37. I would preach to myself. I would encourage myself and say, God, when you said to Hezekiel, can these bones live? So now my bones are broken. Can my bones live? You said bone to bone. You said flesh to flesh. So I declare that my legs, they are not going to be cut. I declare flesh to flesh. And God did that. And bone to bone, although I've got insimbi phakathi neenyawo, but it's bone to bone for me, because now my legs are covered in my flesh.
Yes.
So
And you have both your legs.
yes,
And you walking.
I'm limping, but I'm working.
You
Just miss your high heels.
walking.
I mean, you mentioned you loved high heels.
I loved high heels. I loved high heels. I was the heel girl. Whenever, even if you had to buy me a gift, go for heels.
So now you can't wear high heels anymore.
No, I can't wear high heels anymore. And also, I can't walk a long distance. I only walk for 30 minutes, and then I have to pause and sit down and relax. Also, I can't stand for too long. I can't sit for too long. When I'm sitting, I just have to move my leg like this to prepare it that, okay, now we're about to stand. We're about to, it's like riding a bicycle.
Yes.
So you go home. So obviously you're still recovering the healing process. So now you wheelchair bound.
Yes.
How was it just navigating that?
Yo, with the wheelchair, because when they discharged me, they put me on wheelchair. Number one, I had to take a flight back to Joburg from Cape Town. So I couldn't just go on a bus. They had to book me a flight at home. So they did that. So imagining flying on a wheelchair, it's not nice. I was sleeping the whole 2 hours. And then when I got home, it's where it started everything. I think the depression started there, because when I was in hospital, I didn't have any visitation. My family was far, so I was strong. Even when they were talking to me over the phone, my voice was the strongest one. I could give them hope to say, I'm fine, I'm okay. I was very talkative, but the moment I had to step in out of the car, when my family was there, my kids are there, to see me that I have to ukuthi bangiguge from imoto to wheelchair. They had to move the couches around the house. They have to make space for me to move around the house. Yeah, that was very hectic, because I'm a hardworking person. So to ask someone, can I have a cup? can I have this? Certain things I can't do anymore. Even to do my bed, it was difficult.
You had to depend on other people.
I had to
do
depend
things for you.
Yes,
Yeah, I
had
can
to-
understand why that would lead you into depression. Because
Yeah.
it's you trying to adjust to the so-called new normal.
Yes.
But the
Yes.
new normal is so uncomfortable because it's just not you.
Yes, and just to take you back on in hospital, the other part that I suffered the most, it was when I had to use the back pen. It was very difficult because I couldn't go to the bathroom, so I had to use the back pen. And using the back pen, it's not comfortable because there are other patients around, so it's not comfortable. So finally, when I said, "Oh, I'm going home," it was also difficult. Now I'm home. I'm using a wheelchair. How do I move from a wheelchair to a toilet now? That also was a process.
Without asking anyone to help you because you just
Yes,
want to do it
yes,
yourself.
yes.
It's a private space.
Yes.
Phew.
So I had to encourage myself and be positive to say, I can do this.
That's right.
I can do
did it,
this.
girl.
And I did it. And it get worse.
Okay.
Because after the wheelchair, I had to move with the frame now.
Okay.
The frame for the balance. The challenge was I'm used to a wheelchair now. I navigate with the wheelchair. I can take my coffee. I can take food or make myself cornflakes. Now with the frame, I have to use my hands.
Yeah.
So I can't stand on my own. I can't do certain things that I used to do when I was
a
in a
wheelchair.
wheelchair. So now it was another challenge as well. And to get into the bath, my husband has to lift me and bath me every day before he goes to work. He must bath me so that whenever whoever comes, bangtoleng is schooling right. So he was also having that challenge with sila manje. Nayo kwakumele ukuthi adjust at this is the situation.
But how did this whole thing affect your relationship, your marriage as a whole?
It affected my marriage a lot to a point that we had to separate with my husband for 6 months because of the depression I was having. It was from my side because I felt like when I was on crutches now, moved from the frame on crutches now, he was like, okay, fine, now at least we're getting somewhere. Yes, she can move around the house, she can do that. I can also have a break now and go out with my friends just to have fun.
I can imagine he needed it.
Yeah, he needed
But
it.
I don't know how you would feel for him to go out and leave you.
That's where it started because Mina, I couldn't say that he needed it. I felt like you are rejecting me now because I've got broken legs, I've got scars. Now you're out there. So it came to that point and I said, no. When I were going out, it was just 2 weeks. And I said, no, it's fine. I'm going back home because I feel like ngumthwalo kuwe. So let me just leave you and be. And my husband, he's a nurse, so he understands depression and all that. He said, okay, fine, I will let you go. But by that time, when I said I'm leaving, he was at work. I just packed my things, called my sister to come pick me up, and then went home too. And then by the time he came back, he said, you're leaving Vele. You gone already.
Didn't take it serious like
yeah, but even when I was at home, he was very supportive. He will call, he will come and visit. He was still financially providing for us.
Oh, he's such a good
He
man.
was there for me. He was there for me. Although Mina, I was pushing him away to say, I felt like I'm not beautiful enough anymore. I'm not that wife, he married at that time. When low self-esteem hits, it hits so bad.
Yes.
It hits so bad to a point ukuthi you will dress up and say, I would even hide my scars. I would wear long things, long trousers, amataiti, amakawosi. Nje, I would cover. I would cover up everything. Ukuthi abantu bangangiboni. I would even wear mask to cover my nose.
So you were dealing with a lot.
Yes, I was dealing with.
Did you and your husband eventually get over it? Where are you guys now? Have you progressed from that, I guess, emotional, instability?
Yes, we back together now.
Yay!
I'm still Mrs. Hlatywayo. I'm still Mrs. Hlatywayo. He didn't give up on me. He didn't give up on me to a point which he even came and said, now I need my wife back.
It's enough.
You had your time.
Come
it's
back.
enough. I need my wife back. To a point, I even went home. It didn't only affect him alone, because my older daughter stays with my parents. So when I went home, it also hit on my daughter. It affected her at school, affected my father as well. My father is one of the retired person, like or retirement. So so high blood yakhe, it went up.
Yes, understandably so. It's his daughter.
It went up to a point ukuthi I was even, I don't know if I was addressing this the high blood or the situation at the moment. I was even angry to say, no, tata, awukwazi ufa mna ndingafanga. You understand? Awukwazi ufa. This is not the time. I survived, so you can't die on me. I still need you.
How's daddy now?
Yeah, now he's fine. He's fine.
Wow.
He's fine. And my daughter, she's also fine because she was not coping at school. The teacher will call my parents and said, okay, we see your child. She's crying. What's happening? What's the situation at home?
Yes.
Because she couldn't express it out to talk to say, okay, this is what's happening. Because Yena, she was seeing me as a role. I'm her role model.
Of course.
She will say, mama wena, you're my beautiful mom. She will praise me. She will isn't listening. But at that moment to say, okay, now my mom, she's like this.
Yeah, it's a lot.
And at that moment, ngafika with my heels at home to give away, to say, okay, let me let go of what I loved now. So ngapisana ngawo, and she was like, can I have one pair?
Oh.
And she's still young, she's 13. I'm like, when are you gonna get to size 5? But and
You gave her.
I gave her.
What a beautiful story.
Yes.
What a beautiful woman you are.
Yes, I'm just like in awe of your strength and what you had to go through and just the courage to come and share your story. Because I don't think we can ever prepare ourselves for something that happens suddenly, that suddenly changes your life, and your body, mind, and soul needs to adjust to something that is like so
A new
unusual,
reality.
a new reality. That's not so easy. It's difficult, but you did it so well. I know it wasn't always easy, but you did it. You are here to tell your story. Your marriage is going strong. Your family is going strong. And we wish you nothing but the best.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And also, it's not going to end here.
Yes.
It's what I'm pushing now. I'm also starting a journey to encourage children in schools to say, if your parents or if you yourself, you face such situation, there is God out there who can make you go through out of it. Yebo kunzima, kubuhlungu, but kuyaphumeka. You can live life again. You can have scars. Scars, it's not only scars for accident. There are scars spiritually. There are scars of rape with other people. There are scars of abuse, and they are scars just like mine. When you are involved in accident, and there are scars that you didn't even ask for.
Yeah.
But you can live with the scars. Even Jesus himself had scars.
Come on now.
But it is sibona manxeba to believe that you are God. I would like to say to someone out there, scars now, they are your testimony to say God is there, God is able, God, he can do it himself. So I'm in a journey to do that in schools, in jails, all over, where I can get a chance to speak and to share my story.
Beautiful.
Yes.
And if
Beautiful.
people want
Well
to invite you
said.
to come share your story, where should they send you an email to?
It's nomzamo.mbizo@gmail.com.
Awesome.
And also you can find me on Facebook. It's Nomzamo Hlatywayo. Also on TikTok, Nomzamo Hlatywayo. Speaking about the TikTok and Facebook, I took time out from social media.
Yeah.
So now I started going back, I think, few days. Yes, so I will be posting my stories there. I will be sharing, encouraging, inspiring people from those platforms as well.
Good for you.
Love it for
I
you,
love
girl.
Nomzamo. Oh my word. You make me feel so, I don't even know how to explain it. It's so beautiful to see another woman find so much strength from what they have gone through. You've decided to just take your life back, and that is huge. And I hope that you can be encouraged and motivated through her story. Please remember to subscribe, remember to share the story with someone that you know needs to hear this.
I think that's all we have for you for today. Make sure you keep in touch with us on our social media platforms, Centtwinz Productions. We are on Instagram. Let us know what you think, or email us centtwinz@gmail.com. For myself, Millicent.
And myself, Innocent.
And our lovely guest, Nomzamo.
It's bye for now.